All right, free radicals, welcome back. My name is Dave, and this is the Radical Independent. Here's a poll. Now, before I launch into this, I need your help because this video will be demonetized because I'm going to put in the title Tulsi Gabbard gaining momentum in New Hampshire, gaining big time momentum, or some other title hits highest point in latest poll. By the way, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth place. Tulsi Gabbard's in fifth place. I had mistakenly said on Twitter she was in sixth place the other day. I have been corrected here. She's in fifth place in New Hampshire. New Hampshire is very important. And of course, Iowa is too. Bernie Sanders, by the way, appears to be running away with this in New Hampshire. Biden is cratering. Mayor Pete was at like 17, 18%. He's starting to crater. Elizabeth Warren, I think her campaign might be over. In fact, Gabbard is gaining on Warren in New Hampshire and may overtake Elizabeth Warren in New Hampshire. The Granite State, very independent-minded place, very libertarian. Leave me alone, live free or die. I think that's actually working well for both Sanders and Gabbard. Now, you may think that both Gabbard and Sanders, aren't those two the real progressives who want to take all your rights and freedoms away? No. See, this is the media who have brainwashed, mostly on the right, people who just think that Sanders and Gabbard would put you in a gulag somewhere and tell you what to wear and what to drink and how to behave and so forth. And this is why I don't like it when people use the S word, okay? And I've railed against the S word. So what does this mean? Well, a couple of things. First of all, Gabbard, in case you want to know who this is the New Hampshire American Research Group poll. There it is. Okay, I follow them on Twitter. And I feel that this is a fairly accurate polling outfit. Rolling average 3 days, January 24th through the 27th, Gabbard 8%. I know, you're thinking, well, she's 20 points behind Bernie. Well, imagine, and I said this on Twitter, imagine what the establishment will do if Sanders finishes first and Gabbard finishes second. Because she's within the margin of error, she's within Mayor Pete and getting close to Biden. Tulsi Gabbard, okay? Imagine Tulsi Gabbard beating the name brand of Joe Biden. Okay, Joe Biden gets, gets polling numbers because his name is Joe Biden. He doesn't stand for anything. His campaign has been a train wreck since he jumped in. I know he could still be the nominee. Let's be honest. He could still end up being the nominee. Look, when you've got John Podesta on the committee to nominate at the convention, I think you've got big systemic problems that many in the progressive media are just blowing off, and they're just talking about Bernie. It's great. Bernie's doing fantastic, folks. Bernie might not be the answer to our foreign policy dilemma, though, okay? And so that's why people are still... I've been positive toward Bernie to an extent. His supporters, some of them, a good chunk of them, need to cool their jets and stop talking about revolution, stop talking about burning stuff down. Project Veritas, I know it's a right-wing outfit, but when you send somebody in undercover and you have... Let's just say this. If you have high-profile people in the Bernie campaign sounding like anarchists, you got problems in a general election. The mainstream media is going to hammer you, and Donald Trump is going to bludgeon you with it. Unless Donald Trump gets impeached, and then it'll be Mike Pence hitting you over the head with whatever. And I'm throwing that out there, folks, because there could be enough support in the Senate to get Trump removed. I'm starting to think that's a possibility now. But, man, oh man, you get Trump out and you've got Mike Pence, like I've been saying all along. And look, Mike Pence is part of this whole military-industrial complex, neoconservative, which, pretty much goes hand in hand with neoliberal. He's going to get hammered on his views about like gay rights and homosexuality and so forth, but at the end of the day, he probably might be a stronger candidate than Trump going into an election, even though he doesn't have a lot of time to prepare, and he's going to get sympathy from half the country, and unless people figure it out that he's just another inside the Beltway politician. The reason I went off on that tangent is because the Democrats, I think, need to be prepared for anything going in. And this is a climate, this is something that they basically created. The 24-hour-a-day news cycle, the angst, the wedge issues that are out there that drive people away from politics. But I think this poll is very significant. That Tulsi is peaking, or maybe not peaking, but she's gaining momentum at the right moment here, folks. And I would, and look, she's Andrew Yang. She's beating the Yang gang in New Hampshire, which is profound to me. Amy Klobuchar at 7%. She worries me because I think she might be a candidate, like a dark horse candidate, where at the convention everybody rallies around somebody like her, or God forbid, Tom Steyer, who isn't showing up in this poll, thankfully, or Michael Bloomberg, who is still advertising. He's buying primetime ads on CBS, on Tuesday night during their highest rated television show. That shows you how deep his pockets are. I don't think it's having an impact, though, because Bloomberg, Biden, people don't even know. The establishment Democrats just know that they don't want Donald Trump as president. They don't know what they want for issues, because obviously if you're supporting someone like Biden or Buttigieg or Warren or Klobuchar, you don't really care about issues. If you support Bernie or Yang or Gabbard, you care about issues. That's the bottom line. So, if you folks seriously can help me out, as I'm pretty sure this video is not going to be approved, at least from a financial standpoint over on YouTube, because I am throwing out some real information, some polling data about Tulsi Gabbard. I'm always hesitant now to do these videos because really I'm almost working against my own economic interests. I should play it safe and put nice flowery things in the title, and that doesn't always guarantee that the videos are going to be monetized. But again, David J. Spurrier at gmx.com if you'd like to donate to my cause via PayPal one time. And there is a link to my Patreon, which I share that account with my music channel. People have suggested I set one up separately for this. It's too complicated with the devices syncing and everything, the way it works, and setting up another account, and you have to have a different email, you have to have different. So I'm just going to stick with that Patreon. If you'd like to join up, you can still send me messages over there, and we can talk about things if you've got ideas or just information that might be valuable. So here it is, Gabbard at 8%. That's, to me, that's huge, because a lot of polls have her down at 3, 4, 5%. 8% is significant, ahead of both Yang and Klobuchar, and really gaining on Warren, Buttigieg, and Biden. Imagine if it's Bernie and then Tulsi in New Hampshire. The establishment, they're going to blow a gasket. It's going to be so fun to watch. I can't wait to see it. All right, folks, I am done. Thanks for watching. Please support the channel if you can. See you soon.